Hi everybody, welcome to School of Scarlet. Today I have another message for you. So today as I was walking out here to make this video, I saw lots of squirrels playing and running up trees, and so they had bushy tails and they were really cute. So if that's significant to anybody, that is the animal that I was seeing today. And my dog Blue is walking around here somewhere, so you may see him. But before I came out here to make this video, what I was kind of visualizing was an alchemy of lead being turned into gold. And I also saw the vision of a clown. So this video is all around hard times, and so we're going to kind of dive into hard times and what they mean for us. So if you're on this channel, if you're on this video right now, you may be going through hard times right now, or you may have gone through hard times. A lot of the people that I connect with that watch my videos are creators and creatives themselves. They've gone through a lot, and so because of that, they're sharing their gift and they're able to do that because of a lot of the things that they've been through. People that are helping people, counselors, people that really, life coaches, all of that sort of thing, they're really helping people from a capacity that they've been through that. You really can't help anyone, you really can't speak on something unless you've been through it. Otherwise, it's very hollow. You have nothing really to share on that. So these hard times that we go through, they're not necessarily a bad thing. They're never really a bad thing. They feel that way in the moment, but they're really not meant for us to really cling to them. If we can let go of them and find the lesson in them, they really are truly a blessing for us in the end. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. And I think the vision of the clown kind of came up because, traditionally we think of clowns as something very happy and fun, and it puts a smile on our face. Of course, some people are scared of them, but anybody that is really, an entertainer or something like that, people that write books, music, stories, and movies and all of that stuff, they create these magical scenarios for us. They create these beautiful stories, or sometimes they're very hard stories, but they're able to share them because they've been through that. They've alchemized that into something positive. And so you're watching this channel, you're probably doing that yourself. Some of the greatest music that we listen to is coming from hard times, is it not? Those movies that we watch, they're really pointing to the truth of those hard times that get alchemized into this beautiful thing. The problem that we run into is when we cling on to the hard times and we own it as if it is part of us, and then suddenly we become victims to our hard times. So if there's something in your life today that, you've maybe been through, but you keep reliving, you keep living it again and again, or talking about it over and over again, it's like you can't let go of it. You've kind of clung on to it, and this can create that victim mentality of this thing has happened to me, and this is why I am the way that I am. But truly, it's not meant for us to really say anything about us. That experience is not meant to say anything really about us. It's just something that happens in our life to show us the polarities of life. And from that, we can experience the other side. So some of the deepest sorrows, some of the deepest pains that people go through, the depressions that they go through, are the catalysts that open them up to enlightenment, to seeing the other side of things, to really having the experience of unconditional love. Without that polarity, it's really hard to have that experience fully. So we've been through a lot of hard things. Comment down below if you've been through hard things, what you've been through. That I know that in my life there's been a multitude of things. And because of this, I'm able to speak to people. When I counsel people, when I work with people, I'm able to really meet them where they're at with that and really kind of walk them through what happened to me and how to walk through that fire. It's really meant as a blessing for us. So if you're having hard times right now, just sit in it, feel those emotions, be in that moment, experience it fully, and know that you will come out of this. You will come out of this. You're not going to get stuck there. You're only going to get stuck there if you cling on to it and you say that that's who you are, or you start blaming the world for doing this to you, or that someone did this to you. No one is actually doing anything to you. Everything that's happening in this life is kind of happening spontaneously in a way. There are experiences that we don't have a lot of control of at times. And so they're coming and going. And it's just like I was talking in a video about manifestation yesterday. They're kind of like clouds. They come and they go, but they're just for us to observe, look at, and really if there's something to take from it, take from it. But essentially, it doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't taint you. It doesn't make you any less of a person than anyone else. What's coming to mind is a friend of mine who grew up with a family that, she came from a divorced family. And even in her later years, just a few years ago, she was talking to me about, you know, how this was so shameful and how she really didn't think that she would get married because she came from a family like this. And I was very surprised to hear that because, you know, in today's day and age in America, we really don't judge each other in that way here, that way. And so it was kind of shocking to me that she still carried that shame from something that she didn't even do. You know, it was her parents' divorce. It had nothing to do with her. Yet it was something that was keeping her from living her life today. So any experience, even if it did happen directly to you, says nothing about you. It's just an experience that has come through. So what's coming through today is, how will you alchemize it? How will you turn the lead into gold? How will you turn, you know, let's say that diamond in the rough, that coal, into a diamond? You know, it takes some pressure, right? It takes pressure to do that. It takes, you know, some uncomfortable moments, but essentially what ends up happening is something very beautiful. You get stronger, just like that diamond. You get stronger so that nothing can really, you know, shake you. I'm thinking about the trees in front of my house. There are these 3 huge, gigantic trees in front of my house, and I often worry about, you know, hurricanes and, you know, that maybe these trees will come down and like hit my house or hit somebody else's house. And so I had somebody come look at my trees, and there was one tree in the back that had to come down, but the trees in the front that I had been so concerned about because they were so big, they were some of the strongest trees that this person had ever seen. They said that the roots had gotten so deep and so strong due to all of these storms that they would never fall at this point, that they were very, very healthy trees. And you see, these trees, the reason that I was worried about them was because they had been through so many storms. They had been through so much flooding, so much storm, so much craziness through this time. And so I thought that possibly they were weak and that they were going to come down at some point. But it was the complete opposite. And that's exactly what happens in our lives, is we think that, you know, all of these hard times that have happened to us somehow do something to us and cause us, you know, harm, or that in the end we're going to be weaker and we're not going to be able to sustain whatever it is that happens in our life. But the truth is that all of these hard times that you've had, they've really only made you stronger. They've made your roots go deeper and deeper and deeper. And so you have a strength unlike any other. So while we can sometimes feel down and look at our hard times and think, oh, why did this happen to us? We really need to alchemize it as we come out of it and see it for what it is. It was an experience that showed us something, showed us another side of life that now we can speak on. We can write songs about these stories. We can write a movie about it, write a book. We can go talk to people about it. We can go get involved in organizations and help others who have gone through this or are going through this currently. We have a level of strength that someone that hasn't gone through this would have. So it's actually a blessing for you to have gone through those hard times. And this may kind of trigger you at this moment. It may make you feel uncomfortable to hear this, but that is the truth. And when you come to that realization, you'll actually be able to lessen the pain of those hard times. You'll be able to move through it. So creativity and connecting to, you know, all of these things, like sharing these hard times with others, is also a way to alchemize. When we can write in our journal, or, you know, like I say, write a song about it, or, you know, channel that energy into our artwork, into many different things, it actually creates a power behind it that's unlike any other. It's an authenticity that is really needed here in this world. So when you're angry about something, when you're sad about something, use that energy and channel it to something that is positive, that you could share with others, or even share it with yourself in some way. But allow yourself to use those energies in a more positive way. Oftentimes, you know, I work with people on one-on-one sessions, and they're dealing with a lot of things that have happened many years ago. And a lot of times these things really begin to consume the person because the energies aren't moving. They're staying within the person, just kind of circling around. But what we can do to alchemize, from what I saw this morning, from turning lead into gold, is to allow it to move, allow it to release. So if you're starting to feel uncomfortable, sad, angry about a hard time that maybe you went through, take yourself and allow your energy to move. Don't just lay in bed. Our tendency is to lay in bed and kind of curl up and not get out of bed. But we actually are called to do something totally different, to move, to allow the energies to move and flow within us. So get up, clean your house, get up and dance. And I know it sounds counterintuitive. It probably isn't the first thing you think of, but this message is coming to you for a reason, because you're ready to move. You're not ready to stay. You're not needing to stay in that curled up, state anymore. You're ready to move. You're ready to share. You're ready to grow, and you're ready to share that gift of turning pain into power, pain into whatever it is that you have to do, your service to others here, your artwork, whatever it is that is, meant for you. But yeah, this video is meant for you to kind of realize that right now, it's not time to stay and wallow anymore. It's time for us to rise up. It's time to get up out of bed and do those things that are meant for you, to share that beautiful essence that you truly are. You have an essence within you, a light within you that can't be taken out. It doesn't matter what hard times come. It doesn't matter what happens to you, what experiences you may experience in this life. The only thing that is going within is this light. And as long as you connect with that light, you will have all the power that you need within you to keep moving forward. We're meant to move forward, not look backwards. There is just this present moment. And in this present moment, you can connect. You can connect to what's here and now, and you can leave the past behind. You don't have to go back there. So create something new in this moment. Alchemize whatever has happened to you into something totally brand new here and now in this moment. So I hope that this message found you well, that it encouraged you today to really get into this moment and start creating from this moment. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, a heart, comment down below how it resonated with you, and I will catch you on the next message. I love you all.